Cognitive diffusion is looking at thoughts rather than from thoughts, noticing thoughts rather than becoming caught up in them, letting thoughts come and go rather than holding on to them. And the aim of diffusion is to decrease our attachment to our inner experiences, reduce the believability of thoughts, decrease the influence of thoughts on our behaviors and experiences, increase our ability to be present and take effective action, and most importantly, facilitate psychological flexibility. With diffusion techniques, you do not battle difficult thoughts. Instead, you choose how much attention you pay to them. It also helps to ask yourself, is holding on to this thought or belief helpful? Is doing so causing me suffering or keeping me from being effective? Am I being pushed around by my thoughts? These questions aid in better understanding the workability concept. The workability concept is assessing if what we're doing is working to live a meaningful life. It's also choosing to take action based on what works instead of what is true. Okay, now that you have a better understanding of the importance of our relationship with our thoughts, let's get into an experiential example to better understand these concepts and the skill. So I'm going to be walking you through the hands as thoughts metaphor, and this is by the same author I mentioned, Russ Harris, and the same book, Act Made Simple. So we try to adapt it a little bit for here. So feel free to follow along if you like. First, I want you to put your hands together, palms facing upwards as if they were pages of an open book. And I want you to start to imagine that your hands are your thoughts. And now slowly raise your hands up towards your face until you are covering your eyes and you can only see through the gaps of your fingers. And kind of take a look around and notice how this impacts your view and your connection with your environment. How does it feel? Notice it is quite difficult to see much other than your hands, and in this case, your thoughts. So what would it be like to go around your day this way? Would you be limited or miss out on things? Would it be challenging to respond to others or the world around you? Chances are that you're answering yes to all of these questions. Of course it is. This is a good representation of fusion. We become so entangled with our thoughts that we get disconnected from our environment and the here and now experience. Similarly, our thoughts also have a big impact on our behavior and our capacity to be effective. Now, slowly, begin lowering your hands and start noticing the difference. How does it feel? Can you notice that as the distance between your hands, your thoughts, and your eyes increase, you're able to take in much more information and it's easier to connect with others and the environment? This is a good representation of diffusion. Notice that your hands, your thoughts are still there. They did not magically disappear, and that you can now look at them without becoming entangled with them. So basically, if the thoughts are useful or workable to you, you may use them. And if they are not, then you may notice them and let them sit there. This also aids in becoming flexible and taking effective action.